Yo, what's going on, Talk Nice Nation?
What's good?
And thank you for checking out today's episode.
Yeah, you know the vibes. Make sure you visit our website, ttmnbrand.com, where
Mhm.
you'll find all upcoming announcements, our latest clothing drops, and future events.
Yes, sir. And also, for anyone interested in collabs or potential sponsors, hit our email at ttmnbrand@gmail.com.
That's right.
Let's get it.
Talk to me now, show you what he really about. Hey, talk to me now, show you what he really about. Hey, talk to me now, show you what he really about.
What's going on, Talk Nice Nation? We're back.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. Today we got another episode. You already know the drill. I'm your host, Rob.
And I'm Cristiano.
And tonight we got our homie, our Brody,
That's right.
came back for the new season.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, E?
What up?
Appreciate you guys. What's going on, Train Elite family? What's going on, Talk to Me Nice
Yeah,
family?
Let's get it.
It's a different season, man. Different layout. You
Lot of
know,
new.
had to have you come back on, bro.
Mhm.
Such a good response on the first episode we had you with. So
Appreciate you guys, man.
Mhm.
yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you guys.
Home team.
For
You
sure.
know.
Proud of you guys for staying consistent with this. This is takes a lot of effort, a lot of
Yeah.
energy. So good
Appreciate
work.
that.
How you living on, man? How's things
Mhm.
going on?
You know, same
Same
thing, bro.
thing.
Same thing since last time we spoke, man. Little
Consistent.
more intense,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
but still consistent.
I mean, you look different.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, man. I lost about like 40 pounds, bro.
Took the beard off a
Yeah,
little bit.
Yeah.
Switched it up a little bit.
Yep. Lost like 40 pounds doing the at-home work. So just been like super locked in, man. Just making sure that I'm not, falling victim to the negative thoughts that
Yeah.
are permeating, the world
Mhm.
right now, bro. It's everywhere.
It's
News,
crazy.
social
Media,
everywhere, bro.
Toxic.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
things are just happening and just
Yep.
It's crazy, bro. Suffocating for real. So you have to make sure you really just like are finding your outlets, your healthy outlets,
So for people out there who don't remember EJ or don't know EJ and just listening for the first time, EJ is the creator and founder of Train Elite,
Mm-hmm.
and Train Elite is a lifestyle. It's a movement. It's everything from health to diet to how you work out. you know,
Mindset.
Everything.
mentality.
Mhm.
Just staying razor sharp. And
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
it's a lot of things,
the
bro.
slogan, we say is, excellence in all you do. And, like, it's not something with respect to wanting to be better than anybody else. It's just when you focus on making things excellent is a way of being, you know? So you can strive to always try your best. And that's the goal. If you always try your best, you can never be mad at what plays out. Because
Yeah.
you tried.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's kind of like
Shoot for excellence.
Right. At all
Maybe it turns
costs.
out great. Maybe it turns out good.
right.
But if you're shooting for just
Right.
good,
nah,
that
you
might
can't.
not be a high enough bar.
Nah.
I
for
was
sure.
telling Cristiano that you're probably the perfect person to be going through a pandemic and a lockdown right now.
Yeah.
Because I truthfully feel like you've been in a lock state, a
Already.
lockdown state, before lockdown was even a
Yeah.
thing.
Yo,
This is like your home territory.
Yeah,
like
this is,
you're used to this. Like this
Yeah.
ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
This is where you thrive.
I mean, of course, there are the adjustments. Having the opportunity to willfully go out and see friends is missed. For
Right,
sure.
right.
You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like I haven't seen you guys in
So been a
5-6
minute,
months, bro.
Mhm.
So like having that opportunity gone is kind of hurtful. But with respect to just being confined in a space, this ain't anything new, man. Because every single day is like that. You wake up, and it's like, at least for me, like the dialogue is like, what are we doing today? How do you want to be better than you were yesterday? And there's so many areas you can approach that, whether
Yeah.
it's in your relationship, whether it's as a child, as a son or a daughter, as an employee. You can just attack life so differently every day. And it's like, since Kobe passed earlier January, it's like every time I think about anything, it's like just go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave it out there, just go hard. You know, so
Yeah,
That's right.
rest in peace to Kobe
Yeah.
and
Right,
Gigi
man.
and everybody in that
Facts,
crash. You know,
facts,
I just
man.
saw a picture on Instagram today,
today, right?
It was like
It's
a year
since that photo.
and
Yeah.
his mentality is, something I admire. Like I would love to just be, a fraction of how locked in he was.
I mean, we all are in some capacity. You know, like we all are in our own respects. We all are. It's just like, how intense do you want to make it? You know, like he was so intense. Like my thing is like, you can choose intensity. You can choose to be hyper intense, and as you conjure intense emotions, you wind up going hard. It's like you're your own motivator. But, again, it's all relative. Like we all are locked in, though, I think, in something. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But
Sometimes it's level 2,
yeah.
sometimes it's level 10.
Facts,
It's
facts.
definitely. A lot of things that you've been doing, it's even before the pandemic, you always incorporated, an at-home workout.
Yeah.
I know that right before the quarantine and the pandemic initially happened, you were making some moves. You had a physical space where you were doing workouts.
Right.
You were having people, groups coming in and training them in person at a gym. So you went through adversity, because that hit you at the same time almost,
Yeah, that was tough, man. First, I'll tell you guys a story. So I was training out of this gym called Fitness Ethic. It's on 5th and Spring Garden.
Okay.
Shout out to my guy Giovanni. He's the owner. Cool ass dude. But anyway, so it's kind of like a WeWork for trainers where, you come and you pay a specific amount and you have the opportunity to bring your training clientele to this gym space. So it's a cool space to just talk to people, work out, get motivated. It's fire, really. Pandemic hit, so we were forced to shut down. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, this stinks, right, for sure. But maybe in 2 weeks the gyms will open back up. This can't be that long. 2 weeks go by, we're still where we are. So I'm like, So fast forward, I started just like dropping like workouts on my page just for like my clients. I was just dropping like free workouts, like just workouts just to do, keep your body moving on top of keeping in touch with my actual clients I was still training, where I would send them pre-recorded videos they would be able to do. So even though we weren't able to meet in person, we were still able to to get some work. So that was going all right, but again, it was tough because the workouts that I would send my clients were pre-recorded. So to find the right rhythm, to find the right consistency, it was tough, So it wasn't as engaging and as effective if I was there.
Yeah.
So what I did was I was like, you know what? Let me just try something. So I said, listen, I'm gonna go on Instagram Live. I told all my clients, I made an announcement like the day before. I'm like, I'm gonna go on IG Live. Tap in with me if you wanna get some work. So I go on IG Live. I had a couple people tap in, and it was great. It was popping. People really liked it. And then for me, like it wasn't anything new because like these workouts are things that I do when I'm alone. So like the only difference was that it was just now being recorded. Like it wasn't anything different.
Right.
Normally I'm talking to myself instead of talking to the camera, trying to hype everybody up over the camera. I'm just saying that to myself.
Right.
So we wound up just doing this live thing where it's like we have a community of just like straight savages, man. I'm talking like real life people that
Seeing real results.
real like beyond real results, bro. Like because like my philosophy with training, I see a different aspect of health and fitness. Like I work in a clinical setting where I see really, really sick people suffering from all kind of different illnesses. So I'm able to extract information I get from working with oncologists, reading different kind of research papers. I'm able to extract that information, synthesize it in a way that makes sense to my trainees, I should say, my clients, and put all of us in a position to be as healthy as possible. So like these people that are consistently coming to these lives, showing up, coming in and week out, they're different. because like
They're coming with different motivation,
yeah,
different energy.
I got this one client, Rose, she's a beast. Like she came to me earlier this summer, and with her goals, and till this day we're still rocking, and she looks completely different. Like six
She probably
pack
feels
abs,
so great.
so great, so confident, and like she tells me like, like I motivate her. But like in the reality, it's like, bro, it's a synergistic relationship because I'm motivated by your consistency also. See, I know I can do this because I do this. So sometimes you kind of get numb as the person going through it. But to see somebody else implement your principles and implement your outline of what you've acquired as how to be healthy,
Right.
to see them implement that and utilize that and actually have it change, it hits different because it's like it's outside of you now. Now you've literally created a formula that
you're effective. Somebody else,
exactly.
Maybe their lifestyle was completely different, and you want to change just even the smallest of things that might go a long way. Just to, maybe they're starting to work out with you in the AM, and then they're having great work days throughout the day, and just they're coming home to their relationships, and things are just trickling down and
it all
and bettering.
starts with that. It all starts with taking care of yourself. Like I said that the first time I was on here, and like it rings true harder than ever today because you at the end of the day have to be the one who's going to change your life. We can look for external motivators and we can look for friends for inspiration, and all that is cool. It's commendable. But at the end of the day, you're going to bed alone with your thoughts. You know what I mean? So you have to figure out a way to perpetuate a consistent motion of change to see the results you want.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to continue to grasp for these straws, like hope for these change from other people,
Just
from other
cheating yourself.
experiences, and it never comes through.
Nah.
So
The best experience, I mean, the best feeling I have is when I am in the tip-top shape. Like,
Facts.
Okay, I've been up and down. I've let myself
I
go.
just said it right now.
You know what I mean?
You're looking like you're back
Like
on your game.
I'm trying to lean a little bit, but like I've been like, I will let myself go. And junk food and stuff, it don't last. But what lasts is, and I know what makes me feel different, like even throughout my day, is when I'm in great shape. I feel more confident. I feel like I can tackle my task better. You know what I mean?
Bro,
I did one of your things.
Yeah, man,
The live on the quarantine.
few of them.
You tapped. You did a few of them.
I did, and
man. You did a few
I
of them,
sweat.
man.
I probably the most I ever sweat during
Bro,
quarantine.
That's the key, man, because you have to understand, like, we bring in a lot of different toxins from a lot of different factors, whether it's food, whether it's consumption of different kind of drinks, alcohol, beverages, or juices, whatever. So your body is its own detoxification system if used appropriately. And what I mean by that is if you equip whole nutrient-dense foods with rigorous sweating on a regular basis, you can cleanse your body on its own. You don't need to do crazy juice cleanses.
You're constantly cleansing.
Yeah, you're constantly cleansing. Like, you don't need to do juice cleanses or anything like that. I mean, they're okay. They're fine for you if you want to do that. There's not an adverse event of to doing that. But your body just can do it on its own if you just do the right things. It's really quite simple, honestly.
Yeah. I think a lot of the at home stuff that you have going on, and your team is doing as well, I think just translates so much better into the gym.
Oh, facts, bro.
Because I understand that you might be limited at the house, but I know that when you could do a lot of body weight movements, and you really can get a good ass workout in with less, lighter weights, you really can. It's just like you said. It's just up to how you want to ramp it up.
And I wasn't sure if I could, but I definitely, after doing your live IG, like I was like, okay, I can definitely, if we lock down again and I can't go to the gym, I'm definitely tapping in every day to your thing.
Because like you have to understand, like, last time I was on here, I was like 220, like solid thick, right? And I was hitting the gym sometimes multiple times a day. Occasionally I throw in some cardio, and I considered myself to be in good shape. But it wasn't until I did these lives and I was doing these at-home workouts on a regular basis that my body got to a point of such fluidity to where it's translated to the gym.
Yeah.
When I bench, when I squat, when I deadlift, it's so much easier to do those things because I have complete control.
You're like a well-oiled machine.
No, seriously, I have complete control over the basic.
It makes sense. I mean,
the
it makes
basic
sense.
mechanics.
You know,
bro.
you're more agile.
Exactly.
Your movements are better. You're loose.
Because you have to remember, like a lot of the parts of our bodies that we use, they're joints, you know, and in those joints, there's something called synovial fluid that requires, you know, like there's cells in there that help get important nutrients to our muscles, and you have to make sure you loosen that up. You have to make sure you loosen the joints up. You loosen, you know, your tendons up. Get everything ready so you know you're not putting yourself in a position to get hurt. Because a lot of the times people hit the gym and they're just like, all right, I'm going to just bang out this workout and dip, thinking, you know, I don't need the warm up or I don't need any of that. But the reality is,
it's kind of what happened to me like last week.
Yeah,
I had a chest day. You know, I had a good chest workout. Put a lot of sets in my bench, and then the next day, I think I was telling you, like I had a great chest day. I was feeling great. I think I was talking to one of you guys, and then the next day I did shoulders, and I went hard on shoulders. And then after that,
that's where
my collar.
That's
bro,
what I was
my-
gonna
my-
say.
my
That
shoulder.
joint right there, that's a ball and socket joint. That shoulder blade right here. So you went from chest to shoulders.
I'm
This
using
joint needs lubrication.
Yeah.
It needs to be activated before you go into compound movements like benching and doing different presses for shoulders. So like, it just goes back to what I was saying with at home workouts. You know, people try to clown on them and say, well, they're not challenging enough, or I don't get mass, or this and that. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, take away the aesthetics of working out. You want to be healthy. You want functionality.
That's
like,
the biggest thing.
You know, like I remember, seeing in a clinic setting, seeing the lack of functionality because of you don't have health. You know, that opens your eyes. You know, you kind of stray away from, oh, I want to be the biggest guy in the room, or I want to be jacked, to just saying to yourself, I just want to be healthy, bro.
Yeah.
I want to be able to move well. I want to be able to play ball when I'm 40, 50.
My grandfather is in his mid to late 70s, and he walks and jogs around this local park in South Philly almost every day. He looks healthier. He moves better than a lot of like mid 50-year-olds, 60-year-old guys that I know. I see like a lot of, you know, grown men in their 60s and 50s who aren't moving that way. And I'm like, you know, God bless him. If I ever reach that level and that age, like I hope I can move the way he does, because, you know, the work you're putting in now is just setting yourself up down the line.
Simple
We're not
facts.
guaranteed tomorrow, but if that does come, you want to be ready,
Simple
right?
facts. Simple facts. Simple facts.
So some of the, you know, lubricating, and you were talking about, what's like the best way?
I mean, it's really, you want to do something called ramp, right? So ramp essentially is kind of just like the warm up before a workout. So pretty much, you want to make sure that any kind of compound movement you do, you don't just go right into the compound movement.
Okay.
You want to activate that area, right? So how do you activate that area? Depends on what the area you're working or the muscle group you're targeting is. But things like dynamic warm-ups, you know, things like doing different kind of stretches, different kind of isometric stretches to make sure your body.
Stretching's huge.
What about like
Stretching.
resistant bands?
Resistant bands, things like
Okay.
that, because that mild activation stimulates your body and lets your body know, okay, we're getting ready to push some weight, as opposed to just shocking it and just saying, put this weight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
How often do you stretch?
well,
Before every workout? Is it something like that?
so that's another thing with stretching. You can fuse it with
a workout.
your workouts. So like what I do is like my warm ups incorporate stretching within the warm up during the live. You know, and the live, the way we warm up, we start slowly elevating that heart rate.
Yeah.
Do some stretching so our groin is ready, our shoulders are ready. Then we
Ramp
can
the breathing up and a
exactly.
lot of things. Like,
Then we can go right into it. You know, but again, it's just really, really important that you make sure you activate your body before you get ready to go into any kind of intense workout.
Now, something that I just noticed recently, I think, you know, you've been incorporating a lot in your own life and your diet. It seems like from the outside looking in, is a fruit-heavy diet.
Yeah.
And personally, I notice I have some of my best days or workouts, you know, coming off of, you know, just eating fruit for breakfast and then going to the gym. I feel like I have more energy, or just I just feel good. I don't know what it is about it. It's just making me feel more alive.
Yep.
Almost.
Yep.
Is there a certain reason why? Are you feeling good off of it? Is it adding a certain?
Well, first, to answer your first question, absolutely. I mean, I cannot stress enough the benefits fruit gives your body from so many standpoints. Now, there's this ideology, in the fitness community, in the health and wellness community that, fruit can make you fat, but that's just simply not true. The reality is that fruit doesn't really get digested because it doesn't require any breakdown. It's a lot of the ingredients in it are naturally broken down because of the high water intake in the fruit. So it breaks down, it's immediately absorbed right through our body, right through the small intestine, supplying almost immediate and instantaneous energy.
Yeah.
So like that energy right there for somebody who is active, that energy is perfect for you to start your day, start your workout, start anything that requires any kind of focus.
Yeah.
On the back end, people always talk about getting in carbs and getting in proteins. Fruits have carbs, and it's the good carbs you want, the carbs that are immediately can be used as fuel, brain fuel for any kind of focused activity or fuel for a workout. And on the back end, people say, well, I need my protein. Well, the reality is, and a lot of people don't even realize this, the protein that you make synthetically from from a protein store, from some kind of vitamin shop, right? All of that is mixed with so many different additives that cause different kind of reactions in our bodies. These reactions wind up causing free radical exposure in our bodies. Free radical exposure essentially is what happens. It's like our bodies are breaking down due to unstable molecules losing electrons. They lose electrons and it causes like a cascade reaction in our body, causing all these different things to happen. But long story short, this protein and these other supplements, they're made with so many other things that cause so many different problems in our body. Now, you take fruit, which has an abundance of amino acids, and you couple that with the fact that our body can synthesize amino acids into proteins.
Right.
It's even easier for our bodies to do that as opposed to trying to find protein in food or trying to find protein in supplements. Your body can just put the amino acid structures together necessary to make specific proteins needed based on the demands of the workout. And on top of that, it's good for you. So it's like, it's just a win, 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 win. And they're really, there's a reason why, they've said an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Apples are so good for you. They have so much fiber that can perpetuate and start gastrointestinal movement. So if you're backed up and if you're constipated, all of that constipation is not going anywhere unless you figure out a way to get some water in there and move that fecal matter out of that area. So what you need to figure out a way to do is incorporate more whole fibers in your foods, whole fibers in your diets. And apples are a great source of that, on top of being, good, obviously, right?
I mean, I think fruit tastes great.
Yeah.
I think it's a great snack, aside from the benefits you get from it. But, the benefits alone, it's like, it really does make
they're endless, bro.
Feel
They're
so
endless.
good. It just,
And
I like eating food that makes me feel good.
What's even more exciting is the fact that, there's so many fruits. So like you can't say you're bored because there's so many, and they're all so beneficial.
Yeah.
So if you ever at a point where you're like, I'm tired of strawberries and apples, there's so many.
Dragon fruit, pineapple.
There's so many.
Melon, all kinds of melons.
Exactly. So it's just like, you do yourself a favor, giving yourself that kind of life. You know what I mean? So
and it comes from the earth.
It comes from the ground, right? A lot of the times we eat like foods that don't have water in them, like chicken and steak and all these hard. You cook these foods, you heat them up, which evaporates the water, right? So now that's in our body. Our body's working to break it down, trying to break this stuff down, but it gets hard because we combine stuff like proteins with starches, and our bodies aren't designed to break down combined foods like that because it takes specific enzymes to break down specific food groups. Those enzymes can't work if those food groups are mixed with other food groups. That's why people, if you ever notice on Thanksgiving, you eat a bunch of different stuff and you're just completely tired and you're backed up.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
Makes
all the
sense.
stuff you ate doesn't go with each other.
Right.
So now your body is working inside trying to figure out, hey, we need this enzyme, but this enzyme can't fit in this spot because we're not compatible with this kind of molecule. And that's what's going on in your body, and you're trying to figure out a way to expel, this issue, and it winds up just causing, constipation.
Yeah.
So fruit is a wonderful way to just avoid that, and kind of keep. It acts as a cleanser as well. The water in the fruit literally like cleanses the visceral organs in your body.
Yeah.
So like, as you eat all this stuff, it leaves residue in our vessels and stuff. So it's important to just make sure you're cleaning that out with fruit.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're educated on it, obviously.
Yeah.
You love it. It's a whole different world, that you
bro.
tapped into with it.
For sure.
Kind of, I want us all to kind of talk a little bit about, mental health and awareness. Right now, I think it needs to be at its highest during these times. We're going into a second lockdown stage. A lot of people are struggling, going through different things in their lives. And, we're being put to the test. Our minds, our mentals are all being put to a test right now. The media is going crazy, and some people are letting it consume them. A lot of people have, more time to be on their phones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are you staying locked, like, during these times? Like, I feel like we've all been pretty locked, in one way or another.
I mean, me personally, it starts and ends with God. Like, I'm a super spiritual person. Like, I have a really deep connection and relationship with God, and like someone on the outside could say, well, how do you know it's God? Well, and to me, I don't really care to answer that kind of question because I know the blessings my life is exposing me to based on things that I'm doing, based on conversations that I'm having with God. So that right there is the first part. Once you have a strong connection with God, things begin to open up, your eyes open up, paths open up, opportunities open up, connections are made, coincidences happen. Things just start to really catch your eye once you really start to make a consistent effort to talk with God, to pray every night, to pray for your family, your friends, to do kind things, just to be kind. Once you start there, things kind of just start opening up. And then to answer your point on staying locked, like for me, I rely on myself. I can't put my happiness or the potential for me to be happy in the hands of anybody.
That's right.
And if I do that, I'm subject to failure because you can let me down the second you don't feel like sticking up for me or the second you don't feel like showing up for me. So I make sure I surround my mind with nothing but material that fills me.
You consume good.
Yeah. I don't like now a lot of my timeline on Facebook is opinionated people that I know that feel really strongly about their opinions and rightfully so. Yeah. And sometimes getting engaged in that can really bring you down. So I don't even look at that.
Yeah.
You know
Just
what I
keep it
mean?
moving.
Like instead of doing that, like I'm training again for like the third time or something, or I'm reading or something. Like I've just taken the energy out of attention to the negative toxicity and just poured into myself. Just become obsessed with turning myself into a super genius, fit,
just best
researcher.
version.
Just the best version of me.
Yeah,
this is my story. This is my path. So
it's only
only
life you're ever
that's
gonna
only
have.
it's only one that I know. So I can't really focus on what everybody else is saying right now. So it's really easy to just like have that tunnel vision.
To what you're saying, like I don't, really want to rely on anybody else to make me happy or make me feel good. Because we can only control what we can control. People change, things change, society, whatever. I think when you become very grateful for the little things, for the small things, like to even be able, to go to the gym and do what you do, or go to work at the hospital, and whereas other people out there, can't even move, it's like when you really appreciate the little things, like the family that you do have, the friends that you do have, the shoes that you do have, the material, like I really think that opens your mind and your life up to a whole better level.
And I think what you said, like you're just trying to make the best version of yourself. I think That's the best gift you can ever give to God,
Exactly.
because He gave you this
Exactly.
life.
This opportunity.
So what's the best gift you can give
Exactly.
back in return?
That's
It's just
it.
make the best version of yourself.
That's it.
You know what I
Because
mean?
no one here can replicate what you can produce. They can try, but they'll never have your creativity. So that's why like you have to make sure you develop your creativity. You know, you have to focus on really expanding your understanding with respect to whatever endeavor you're taking on. You know, understanding it, figuring out how I can add my spin to it, because no one can do that. No one can do that.
That's right.
But I want to circle back to what you said about gratitude. That's the fastest way to increase and higher your frequency. And you know, as we know, you know, an elevated frequency allows for a faster process of manifestation, you know. So again, you just hit it on the head with just being grateful for the smallest things, you know, the ability to see without compromise, to hear without issues, to walk without any kind of separation or problem. Like those little things that we think are little really
we take for granted.
are the
We
world.
don't even realize how much
the
that
world.
really, you know, how important that is, and how much that really means to us, how different your life would be if you couldn't do
Yep.
or see or hear certain things.
It's crazy.
You
bro.
know?
It's crazy.
I want to kind of dive in a little bit about this this relationship that you have with Lifeway, Kefir.
Oh yeah.
You know, I see you guys.
Shout out to Lifeway.
Yeah, shout out to the Lifeway team.
Lifeway
You
team,
know, I
yep.
know you guys got a good thing going on.
Yep.
I see you doing some workouts for them, or
Yep.
some Zooms. I think I've been seeing, or
Yep,
some
yep.
educational stuff.
Yeah, man. So Lifeway is a wonderful probiotic company that focuses on making different type of probiotic products. You know, they specialize in one product, Kefir, which is cultured low fat milk. But it's just, you know, ramped up and infused with probiotics, which are so essential for gut health. You know, now doctors and researchers and science is really starting to bridge the gap between gut health and brain health. You know, mental health, and it's really kind of crazy because, you know, it's such an interesting and intricate relationship between our gut and our brain. So, making sure you take care of your gut health, keeping a healthy microbiome is what they refer to it as. Keeping a healthy microbiome, you know, can really allow for, you know, the good bacteria in your body to proliferate and keep you healthy and help fight off the invaders that try to get us sick. So,
Yeah.
so Lifeway, they specialize in products like that, and you know, they're a wellness company. You know, so you know, they really do good by their people by providing just different kind of wellness events, different kind of wellness activities.
I mean, I never had it myself until I saw you posting about it,
Yeah.
or you know, talking about it. And actually,
Yep.
it's a good substitute, you know, for, you know, whether it's yogurts or milks,
Yep.
like you can incorporate it.
And it's like a protein. It is a
And
protein.
it is a
It's got
protein.
casein in it, you know, and casein is a slow digesting protein, which means that it breaks down slowly, so it keeps you fuller longer. And as it's synthesizing in your body, it does that over a sustained period of time. So, you know, it's good, man. It's good stuff. But they're great, man. Shout out to Lifeway.
Definitely.
Yeah. Last time you were on, we were talking about a couple books. What you've been reading lately?
Diving in there,
You
man.
got something on right now? What you got something on deck?
What am I reading right now? I'm reading right now. I'm reading a few right now, but the one I'm reading that is, you know, really standing out to me is it's this book, Superfoods. Yeah, I think it's called Superfoods. But I got it for my birthday from my friend Nick and his wife Leah. Shout out to them. But it's this doctor who is just talking about how specific foods can literally like turn you into like not like a superhuman, but just keep you insanely healthy, you know? And like for me, as somebody who is an advocate of health, you know, whatever you want to call me, trainer, researcher, whatever, I'm an advocate of health. I'm always looking for the newest research that is demonstrating, you know, something to keep us healthy, something to keep us better, keep us sharper, you know. So a lot of my books really focus on stuff like that. But then like I also read a lot of, you know, awareness books as well, a lot of spiritual books as well. Again, just to keep that side of my brain, you know, still receptive to the quantum physics.
And
and
it goes hand in
esoteric.
hand. It does go hand in hand.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You know, your mental to your diet and your habits and things like that.
Facts, big facts.
You know, I saw you recently just grabbed you know, some different equipment. Look like you upgraded a little.
Yeah, man.
You know, some camera things going on.
Finally, got some
some
good
heat
work
coming.
Got some solid work. You know, I'm gonna get my YouTube channel started soon. You know, and
Because you're pushing video heavy.
Yeah,
as it is.
I want to
Just
get
taking that to another level.
Yeah, man. Because like my mindset is like with training. You know, I always want to figure out a way to give the best, but also have it be received in the best way. So you have to have the right equipment for that. You know what I mean? So I got the camera to make sure that I can get the quality videos needed to edit and send out, you know.
Yeah, sharpen yourself even more too, and different skill set, you know, editing and you know, that's a whole different avenue.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it's good to see that you got a lot going on. You know, I know you stay busy. I know you stay as active as you can. I saw you were doing like an outdoor workout. I think you hosted.
Oh yeah. My friend Shayna, shout out to Shayna, one of my clients. You know, she puts together this breast cancer awareness event. You know,
that was back in October.
October, yep.
Okay.
And you know, she asked me to come out and just kind of give like a quick outdoor workout. You know, so it was a fun little workout we could put together, like 20 minutes, but it was solid though. Everybody out there put in some work.
It's a good turnout.
Yeah. We probably had like maybe like 10, 15 people there. So solid.
Nice.
Maybe a little more too. I don't know. It was good though.
Yeah, I saw videos of it. You know, I love seeing
It
you know, people
reminded me-
engaging in a socially distanced manner. But
Yep, it reminded
you know,
me, man. I miss
that's
it.
what it
man.
felt like because you were all involved on that. You know,
miss it.
before.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's been almost a year
Yeah.
with this pandemic, but
Crazy. Time
you know,
flies. I can't believe we're about to
time
be in
flies.
Christmas soon, and like it's nuts.
We just have to stay the course, man. We just gotta stay the course.
Stay the
I know
course.
it's tough.
Stay healthy. Stay creative.
Yep.
You know, everybody. If you look at people in your circle, I'm sure in your life, a lot of people are in a much different space than they were a year ago.
Yeah, man.
You know, hopefully for the better.
Yeah.
You know, and for
Yeah.
those who are struggling and dealing with things, you know, just know that we're all going through something. You know, and just try to be the best version of yourself. You know, it's you versus you. It's a competition just within yourself.
Figure out how to pivot. Figure out how to adapt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. While being as kind as you can to everybody, man. Like, I feel like that's something that's kind of been, forgotten or overlooked between the election and with all the commotion that's going on. I can agree to have differences in how we view the world, but I always, always, always feel compelled to give everybody respect. And it just comes down to us being humans,
Just understanding
that's all.
differences and
understanding
doesn't make nobody a bad person.
Exactly,
or nothing.
So we just have to remember to just be kind, like no matter what, because you could see somebody think everything's fine on the outside, but they're really going through something, and you neglecting to just be nice adds to that burden. They can go home and do something that who knows. So it's just like
Put
always
that good
view.
energy
That's what I'm
out
saying.
there.
Like I always look at
Somebody
it. I always look at it like if I see somebody in my mind, it's like they could be going through something. So like let me
The
just
smallest
be,
things
the
really
sm-
do go a long way.
Yep.
They really do.
Yep.
I might have been in a supermarket and a guy compliments my jacket or my sneakers, or I might compliment him, and maybe that might uplift him and put him in a good mood. It's the smallest things, really holding the door open for somebody, letting people see that there is good people out there, just like small reminders.
It's everything, bro. It's facts. It's facts.
But we'll all get through it, man. Things are going to continue to move. There's light coming real soon, but E, we appreciate you being a part of the season, man.
No doubt.
Hop it in and
no doubt, man.
Train elite. Talk to me nice. Yo, what's going on, Talk Nice Nation?
What's good?
And thank you for checking out today's episode.
Yeah, you know the vibes. Make sure you visit our website, TTMNbrand.com, where you'll find all upcoming announcements, our latest clothing drops, and future events.
Yes, sir. And also, for anyone interested in collabs or potential sponsors, hit our email at ttmnbrand@gmail.com.
That's right.
Let's get it.
Show you what he really about.